Let's take a look at the Sony W120. Now this is a step up from the last generation Sony. They've added all kinds of cool features and they've made it easier to use. Let me tell you what we're looking at first. 7.1 megapixels. It's sleek, it's small. I mean, take a look at it, the size of my hand right there. And get a look at this brushed aluminum. There we go. Take a look at that brushed aluminum all around. And this lens has it's a Carl Zeiss lens. And Carl Zeiss, the lenses and the quality that they produce is amazing. Extremely clear. And another thing nice, this one has the Sony Bion's image processor inside. That one produces images very quickly. It's a little quicker than the last generation, and also the color saturation looks a little better. Now, mentioning the lens again, we've got a 4x optical zoom with this, and also an optical image stabilizer. There's a lot packed into this little camera for the money. Now with the optical image stabilizer, there's actually an element in there that moves up and down to counteract the natural shake of your hands, and that really helps in low light when you're trying to take a picture, sometimes indoors. And with a lot of the older cameras or the cameras that don't have the image stabilization, you get the blur. Well, this one, it removes that. And if you're still worried, if you're almost taking pictures in darkness, well, the ISO sensitivity of this goes all the way up to 3200. That raises the, I guess, the light sensitivity. The images get a little grainier, but you can catch some shots with this camera that you can't with the other cameras, and that's a bonus. Now, on the back, we have a 2.5-inch LCD, so you can see everything just fine. And the functions are very easy to use. Now, let me talk about some of the functions on the wheel here. There's your zoom, of course, but the wheel, it's on automatic mode right now, very easy to use. If you want to have a little more control, you can put it in the P mode. It's still automatic, but you have access to more of these features down here. When it's in the standard automatic mode, a lot of the features are locked out, so you can't get lost. A lot of cameras are doing that. It's very easy to use. There's also a mode here called the Smile mode. Is that what mode it's in right now? That's Easy mode. Easy mode locks down even more. We have the high ISO mode, and then right there's the Smile mode. Now, when you put it in Smile mode, this is kind of crazy. It actually detects when your friends are smiling. So if I'm taking a picture and a bunch of my friends are together, you don't even have to physically press the button. It will automatically take the picture as soon as it detects a smile, or a laugh. So if something goofy happens, you're going to catch moments with this camera that you wouldn't catch with any other camera because it knows when they're smiling. And furthermore, it also has face detection. This thing has so many cool features. Now, face detection, like I said, a lot of the other new cameras are using this feature now. It's very cool. Now what this does is it actually detects the structure of the face, puts a little box around the face, and as the face moves around, you can see that it's focusing on the face and not the background. Some of the other cameras, a lot of times they focus on like the brightest point in the image. So if your friends are standing there, maybe there's a wind chime or a light or something in the background, something on the wall, a picture. Sometimes the camera will focus on that, and you'll be trying to take a picture and it'll be like focus in and out of focus, and you'll be like, my friend, not the wall. So this one eliminates that with the face detection. And if you have it in smile mode, as soon as they smile, as soon as they laugh, as soon as this even happens like that, as soon as it sees that, it's going to take a picture. So that's really cool as well. And that's only in smile mode, so it doesn't always just snap away. But you put it in smile mode, and that's what happens. There's several scene modes in the camera as well, which make it easy to use. Now, let me come forward here. Moving on down, we have the portrait mode, we have the landscape mode, the nighttime scene mode. There's even some macro modes here. But when you get into the scene modes like I'm in here, that's right there. All we need to do to bring up the different scene modes is press the menu button here. And they're basically automatic modes that are set up for different scenarios. They've got beach mode and snow mode and all sorts of different modes here you can go through. I really suggest using these because they've built these for the particular scenario. So whenever you're in a different situation, try out some of these scene modes. We have movie mode as well. It'll do 640 by 480 movies. All right, I'm going to show you around down here. Now this, of course, is the menu button, allows you to access the different settings. Like I said, it's 7.2 megapixel. You can turn it down if you're if you don't need to use large image size. If you're just doing something for the web, you can turn it down a little bit. Up here, well, that's the display mode. You can turn it off if you're either outdoors or if you want to use more battery or have a longer battery life and just look through the little viewfinder there. Turn it back on and even bring up a histogram. And there's the histogram. That's basically a light meter that shows you what the light is doing. A lot of the professional photographers really appreciate that. Over here, we've got the macro mode. You can turn that on and off it's basically for taking close-ups. Sometimes I like to use that when I'm taking a portrait or a picture of one of my friends because it tends to blur the background and make them kind of pop out a little bit. They're in focus and the background is blurry. That's nice. Some different flash modes here. You can turn it on or off and do a red eye reduction as well. There's a few other modes there. that we can access. Down here we have a timer. It'll do 2-second or a 10-second timer, or you can just keep it off there as well. Down on the bottom we have a trash button, and this is a slideshow button right here. And this allows you to play a slideshow with music. And the older models will allow you to do 4 songs. This will allow you to store 8 songs, and the songs can be up to 5 minutes long. So that's cool as well. Now, when I say slideshows, you're not gonna have to watch them right here, because with this camera, it'll allow you to view a high-definition signal, and you can send that over to the HD TV of your choice. You can use the Sony HD TV, the plasma, or the LCD, or you can send it to any HD TV, and it'll just allow you to view these pictures back at a full 1080. So you get 1080 resolution, that's high definition, and you're going to be able to view those images on a big screen TV. Just press the slideshow button, it'll put together a creative slideshow with your music. So that's a really cool way to go. And if you're hanging out with your friends, you want to come back home, and if you have a nice HD TV, which most of us do or should have, because you know the deadline's coming for a standard broadcast signal. If you got your HD TV, come in the house, plug it up to the HD TV, watch a slideshow with all your pictures. That's cool. And if you're over at a friend's house, you can use their computer, or I mean their TV, and just plug it up and view the slideshow right there. So loaded camera, very sleek. 4x zoom is nice. It's a little more than most cameras in its class. Compact, and it's also really well built. Carl Zeiss lenses. It's a Sony, and a million cool features. And my favorite two are the smile feature, where it just takes the picture, and the face detection, and also optical image stabilizer. This thing's loaded, and it comes in several different colors. On the table here we have the pink. It's pretty, you know, his and hers. I think I like black. You know, my wife's not even really much of a pink person, so it'll be his and hers for us. But you know what? If your girlfriend or wife likes pink, or if you're a lady and you're watching and you like pink, this one's for you. And we always have the standard silver as well. So take your pick. They all do the same awesome quality. They're all Sony. And they take the memory stick Pro Duo. I wanted to mention that as well. If you got any questions, click on the Q&A at the top of the page. I'll see you next time. For more information, head to tigerdirect.com, and if you're looking for the silver model, type S08-3372. For the black one, type S08-3374, and for the pink one, type S08-3376. And you can always give us a call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 1-800-800-8300.